Yes guys, I'm Si. Welcome back to Cardiff City World. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the next episode of the Spotlight, and it's an exciting one. This series we take a deep dive into a Cardiff City player, a moment, a tactic, a manager, a coach, whatever it may be, even academy players. But we like to have a real deep dive into what Brian Barry Murphy's side does. None other than new signing Gabriel Osho. What does he bring to Brian Barry Murphy's side? What's his careers to date? What sort of player is he? And today's episode is what I've been looking forward to. I really wanted to get the Kennyman one out first of all because he was such an exciting signing. But this one is equally exciting, I think, in different ways, because this is not a squad filler. This is a big signing for League One level. A player who's played in the Premier League, Championship, tested himself in Ligue over in France. He's played international level with Nigeria. It's a big one. He is a centre-back who knows what it takes to scrap at the bottom of the Premier League, has lifted promotion in the Championship, and now he's dropped down to League One to join Cardiff on a 4-year deal, signed from Auxerre in France at the back end of August. It's a signing that screams intent, a signing that screams ambition, and it screams trust from Brian Barry Murphy and what Osho can bring. But also, in his own words, he said quality over quantity, and boy oh boy did he deliver on paper. But let's just have a look. So in true Spotlight fashion, here's the plan. We'll go through his career to date. We'll profile his playing style. We'll look at the stats, the data. We will break down how he fits in to Brian Barry Murphy's tactical model. Talk about it all. The worries, the upside, the final verdict, and much more. Is he going to be a defining signing of the Brian Barry Murphy era and the Cardiff City rebuild? Or is he going to be a dud? Let's get into it. So, first up, who is Gabriel Osho? Well, born in Reading, he came through the Reading Academy. He signed his first professional contract in 2016, made his Championship debut in 2018. But, like so many young defenders, he had to do the loan circuit first to learn the game. He spent time at Maidenhead, Aldershot, Bristol Rovers and Yeovil. By 2020, Reading had let him go. But that's where Luton Town step in. Now, at first, it was more of the same. He went to loan on Yeovil, then Rochdale, but by 22-23, Osho had found his way into that Luton 11, and not just as a squad player. He became a big player. He started big games. He even scored in the playoffs, helping Luton to clinch promotion to the Premier League. Fast forward to 23-24, and there he was, walking out in the Premier League, made his Premier League debut, scored against Arsenal at Kenilworth Road, played against Aston Villa. Those are some serious experiences, serious battles against some serious forwards. In 2024, he took a gamble and he signed for Auxerre in Ligue 1. That is not an easy move, but it does speak to his character. He made 20 appearances there, scored once, and he proved that he could adapt to a different culture, a different level, a different style of football. And then, August 29, 2025, Cardiff City swoop. A 4-year deal. Nigerian International centre-back in League One. Committed to the project, and that's massive. Absolutely massive. Let's look at the player profile. And when you talk about the player, physically, he's everything you want from a modern centre-back. 6'1", strong in the air, robust in the duels, but also mobile enough to defend space. He's not the tallest centre-back in the world, but he times his jumps so well. He uses his body intelligently. And technically, he might not be John Stones, but he's more than comfortable on the ball. At Luton, especially under Nathan Jones, he often played in a back three, stepping into midfield, feeding the wing-backs, punching passes through the lines. At Auxerre, he played in a back four, was asked to stay compact, disciplined, and he adapted to both ways of playing. Mentally, and this is where I think Osho really stands out. He's 27 now. He's been through a lot. Released by Reading, scrapping away on loan, suddenly in the Premier League, Resilience builds leadership. He communicates, he organises, but he doesn't hide. And for me, that's what BBM's been looking for in that centre-back area. He wants a grown-up voice, because we have a lot of young defenders. Will Fish, Dylan Lawler, Ronan Kipakio and Joel Bagan, all under the age of 23. Most of them a lot younger. For me, I think that's what BBM's been looking for. But, as always, let's do a bit of data checking. Let's look at the data and the stats, and let's check the numbers, because that always gives us a reality check. The eye test, the stats, they can't be based on just one or the other. It's got to be a full picture. So, at Reading, he only made 7 senior appearances. But at Luton, he really built his career. 71 league appearances, 4 goals. At Auxerre, last season, 20 games, 1 goal. So if you're looking at a defender with close to 100 senior appearances across the Championship, the Premier League and Ligue 1, that's some serious pedigree for a League 1 signing. And there's the international side of it. Osho made his Nigerian debut in November 2024 in the AFCON qualifier against Benin, and that's another level of experience playing in high pressure international matches. In terms of his market value, sites like Transfermarkt have him valued at around 3 million euros. This summer, you've always got to kind of take them with a pinch of salt, I guess. But again, Cardiff City in League 1, landing a 3 million euro Nigerian international centre-back, that's not normal business at this level. That is a signal of intent. That is us saying, we're this level, but we're going to go to this level. You either keep up with us, or we'll leave you behind. And I like that attitude, I like that behaviour, and I like what we did in the transfer market this month. And then you look at chapter 4, or the fit under Brian Barry Murphy, I guess. So how does Osho fit into this BBM system? Well, BBM wants defenders who can play up from the back, defend aggressively in a high line, lead the press by stepping into midfield when needed. Osho ticks all those boxes and then some. In possession, he's comfortable enough to punch those balls into midfield. He doesn't overplay, he doesn't need loads of touches. But he can also hit that vertical pass to a Ruben Colwell or to a Kean Ashford or whoever's on the wings. It can break lines and it can speed up the tempo of Cardiff City's play. Out of possession, he's aggressive. He likes to get tight. He likes to engage the strikers early and high up the pitch, and he will use his strength to dominate duels. Tactically, he does give BBM options. He can play in a back 4 as a right-sided centre-back. He can slot into a back 3 if BBM wanted to be a bit flexible. In emergencies, he's even filled in at full-back before and played in midfield. That versatility is gold dust. Most importantly, though, he brings leadership. Cardiff's backline is young, we know this. Fish, Lawler, Kipakio, Bagan, even the likes of Spears and Giles in the background. We have a lot of young footballers. Osho is the adult in the room, if you like. He's the senior pro, he's the experienced player, alongside the likes of Perry Ng and Callum Chambers. I think the main difference between Osho and Chambers and Ng is that you could see Osho getting into the starting 11 if everybody's fit. The other two, I think, are on the bench, unfortunately for them. He can organise, he can cajole, and he can demand. He will keep Brian Barry Murphy's standards and keep the players at those standards at all times. But we always want to paint a fair picture. So let's look at the worries with Osho. Let's look at what could be the concerns. And there's always worries. I think consistency is one. He has been a bit up and down in his career. At Luton, he had a great spell. But he also had spells out of the side. It was Auxerre. He did really well. First 20 games in his first season is good, but he wasn't always first name on the team sheet. Can he string together a 40-game season? Injuries, he's not really had any catastrophic injury, but the grind of the Championship and Ligue 1 meant that he did have niggles and muscle pulls, so Cardiff might need to manage his load at times. Pace, he's not slow, but he's not rapid either. In a BBM system that likes to push up high and recover balls, but they also need the recovery pace to get back if you do get beaten to it. That'll test him. He'll probably need a bit of cover from midfield, from your Ryan Wintles and stuff, doing the dirty work, which is fine. Adaptation, I guess, having gone out to Ligue 1 for a season, is there a culture shock or a change when you come down to League 1? I'm not too concerned about that, but like obviously he's gone from maybe facing the likes of Mbappe to Burton Albion away. It's different. It's a different mentality, so he'll need to reset and go again. I'm not really worried about it though. He's done League 1 Championship before, so he knows what to expect. And then of course the upside. Let's flip that. Let's look at the upside. And to me, for this player particularly, the upside is massive. You only got to look at Luton fans on social media when we signed him to understand what a signing this is. They were furious. Incandescent with rage is what I would say. They were not happy campers. This is a Nigerian international, 27 years old, played in the Premier League, played Ligue 1. He has chosen to commit 4 years to Cardiff City in League 1. I don't think it's going to be 4 years in League 1, let's be honest. I hope so. Hope not. But this tells you two things. Barry Murphy has sold him the project, but Gabriel Osho believes in the project. So for League 1 level, this is a statement signing, make no mistake. Other clubs in this division simply aren't, or maybe can't, land players with this type of pedigree and quality. Now think about it. He's defended against your Villas, your Arsenals, your Uniteds, your Liverpools, whatever. He's defended against Mbappe's, the PSGs of the world. He's won promotion from the Championship. He's scored in big games. And now he's here at Cardiff, who are top of the league, in a real young side, and they need someone to see them through the rest of the season to help these young players. He is going to be the rock in BBM's backline, I think. And if this clicks, we're talking about a defender who could completely transform this team from a stability point of view. Clean sheets win leagues. We're already haven't conceded a goal in the league from open play. You add a player of this quality, he is the kind of player who can drag you through to some ugly wins, ugly draws if you're losing. He is that type of personality. Let's talk about how BBM is going to bed him in. How's he going to integrate him into the side? Step one, you've got to physically onboard him. Make sure he's fully conditioned. Don't throw him into 3 games a week straight away. You've got to periodise his minutes and get his loads right to make sure he doesn't pick up any early strains, niggles, etc. Then it's tactical integration. Jesus Christ. Osho needs to learn BBM's rotations, and he needs to do it quickly. That means putting the hours in on the training pitch, the tactics board, etc. Positioning in the high line, pressing triggers, rest defence shape. And then, of course, the partnerships. Build chemistry, whether that's Will Fish, Dylan Lawler, or even Callum Chambers dropping in. BBM needs to pair Osho with someone consistently. Stability at the centre-backs breeds trust. And the interesting thing for me is, at the moment, I ain't dropping Dylan Lawler or Will Fish. Now, I think Dylan might miss the first league game after the international break due to his travel. I think that... I don't know. I mean, I understand that they don't want to burn him out, but he's our best defender at the moment, so keep him there while he's confident for me. But, we'll see. Do those 3 things, and by October, Gabriel Osho will be flying. What does success look like for Gabe Osho? Well, by Christmas, let's say, what does it look like? Clean sheets. I think Cardiff's defence record is tight already, so we don't want to be conceding soft goals, and we want to keep that good record going. Composed presence. Osho's low error, reliable, calm style means that fans will trust him, teammates will trust him, the manager will trust him, and will only build on what we've already got. Set piece threat. He chips in with the odd goal, the odd assist from corners. You can visibly see he's got the leadership traits. Barking orders, coaching the young players through the game. He'll be Barry Murphy's voice on the pitch. And if those 4 boxes are ticked, then Cardiff are in a promotion race. There's no question about that. And then lastly, the verdict time, as it were. For me, I just think this is a brilliant signing. Of course, things can go wrong and it remains to be seen. But on paper and looking at what we've got, Cardiff have landed a 27-year-old, an international, a Premier League experience, Ligue 1 experience, 4-year deal. That's almost unheard of in League 1. So maybe some very, very slight worries on consistency or pace, adaptation, but the upside outweighs that by miles. This is a signing of a leader. This is the signing of a player who can form the foundation of a promotion-winning defence. And it's a signing that shows BBM and Cardiff, they're not just making up the numbers in League 1. They're building something very, very serious at the football club at the moment. So, this has been the Spotlight on Cardiff City World, and that has been all about Gabriel Osho. City fans, Bluebirds, what do you think? Is he the rock we've been crying out for at the back over the last few years? Is he the leader that we've lacked for years? Let me know in the comments. I always read every single one. I try to reply, but we'll always read them. And don't forget, we'll come back to Osho once he's played about 500 minutes, and we'll have a real deep dive into the FP ref and the sofa score and the foot mob stats, and we'll look into some real metrics. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps us out so much with the various algorithms and stuff, especially YouTube. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, then please do become a member. And remember, apart from the additional content, the rewards you get for being a member, you also get early access to live event tickets. Graham Kavanagh sold out in 5 days. That is on the 19th of September. It's about a week away, really, give or take. We're going to be announcing one for the 24th of October very, very soon. Again, it is going to sell out quick. So having that early access is a bit of a benefit, I've got to say. But it is what it is. I just appreciate you all anyway for watching. Please do subscribe. It's free. Helps us out a lot. Leave a comment. All that good stuff. I'll be back tonight with a breakdown. Got all sorts of videos coming up. I've got one on Ninian Park, one on the South Wales Derby, one on the 1927 FA Cup final. Like, we just got a whole host of videos. The spotlight is on, baby. International week. We'll be back every day, as always. Bluebirds content 7 days a week. Take it easy, my friends. Keep the faith. And I'll see you in a bit. Nice one.
That's for beats.
For your Caesar. Cardiff City, ride with me for your Caesar.